Hello there everybody, it's Mark Watson here. I was going to do a short video basically in response to something that I've seen on my Facebook page. Basically, I was in town earlier and there was a couple of Muslims with they had tables set up in town, and they had various leaflets etc. on it. And I knew of one of the people on that table. He's a friend of mine. So I went over and said hello, and we got talking about how various things. And eventually, he then asked me, not long before I departed, he said, "Mate, could I just ask you one simple, frank question?" And I was like, yeah, go on. And he said, well, you know of what's happening in the world at the moment, and he was referring to this nonsense in Egypt, and even the nonsense before that that's happened in Britain and America with 7/7, 9/11. And he said, Ed, what's your attitude towards that? And I said, I do not agree with it. The bit I do not agree with is idiots using religion as an excuse for war. Because what I've realised is the majority of Muslims want to live alongside Christians peacefully. The look on his face said everything. He broke into a huge smile and he said, "Mate, your attitude is a credit to the world, because what you've said is right. The majority of us Muslims, myself included, we want to live alongside our Christian brothers in peace. We respect the right of our Christian brothers to use symbols, and the teachings of our faith is to respect other faiths." Christianity says the same thing. And as a token of his appreciation, he said to me, "I'm not trying to convert you to Islam or anything, but just as a token of appreciation, please take this." And he gave me a copy of the Qu'ran. Now, I took it away with tremendous pleasure, because the fact that he thought of me enough to give me this obviously means a lot. And I have looked through it. I am looking through it, and believe it or not, that a lot of what is said in here is said in the Bible. It's just said in a slightly different way. But we both believe in very, very similar things. And when I got home, it was with tremendous pride that I photographed that copy of the Qu'ran, and I put it onto my Facebook page. And one person commented on it underneath, a Christian, and he made me want to be sick, because he shouted at me. He said, "Ed, what are you doing with that? It belongs in the fire." Now, I laughed there because I'm embarrassed. Burning a Qu'ran is just as offensive as burning a Bible. And we've seen it done. Christians have burnt Qu'rans. Muslims have burnt Bibles. To burn the holy texts of one religion is just as bad as burning the holy texts off of another. It's intolerant attitudes like that which are blighting the world at the moment. No holy text should be burned or desecrated. Every holy text should be treated with respect. To me, it matters not whether someone is a Muslim, or if someone is a Sikh, or if someone is from a Christian denomination. If you believe in God, and that is all that you need. And intolerance attitudes like burning holy texts are a blight in this world. The majority of people from all faiths want to live alongside other people in peace. And all holy text, I think, should be treated with respect. It is offensive, for example, to put a Qu'ran onto the floor. Right? I would never dream of putting this on the floor. Similarly, I would never dream of showing disrespect towards my holy book. I'm a Christian. But to throw any texts into a fire is a disgrace. If this person is thinking because of all this 7/7 nonsense and 9/11, he should feel ashamed. Those atrocities were carried out by a handful of lunatics who were using their own twisted ideologies for reasons that defy logic. The majority of Muslims after 9/11 and 7/7, it happened all over the world. I can remember it. They took to the streets and said to these terrorists, "You did not do this in my name. You are a disgrace." The teachings of Islam is to respect other faiths. And the teachings of Christianity say the same. To throw this into a fire is an insult to Islam. To throw a Bible into a fire is an insult to Christians. Religious intolerance is a major blight in the world, and I will say this to this one individual. You said to me about throwing the Qu'ran into the fire, and yet you call yourself a Christian? You should feel ashamed of yourself. And unfriend me for all I care. You should feel ashamed. You call yourself a Christian? Respect, tolerance. Respect and tolerance. Two holy texts. Same message. No holy text should be burnt or desecrated. Every holy text should be treated with respect, whoever it is. You, sir, should be ashamed. I was proud to be presented with this Qu'ran. And I'm not looking to convert to Islam, but I am looking to better understand it. Understanding and knowledge are important factors in the world. I'm even going to go back next week, because I know the boat's going to be there, and I'm going to give him one of these, or offer him one of these, should I say. If he thinks enough of me to offer me a Qu'ran, knowing that I'm a Christian, and he did know that I was a Christian, I had this round my neck. I never ever go anywhere without my cross. He could clearly see I was a Christian, and yet he thinks enough of me to give me an Islamic holy book. It would be with great pleasure if he was to accept a Christian holy book from me. But to go and burn the Qu'ran or any holy text is blasphemy and a disgrace. Intolerant attitudes like that are the cause of a lot of problems in the world. Every holy text should be treated with respect. And the teachings of Islam and Christianity are very similar. Respect other faiths as you respect yours. I'm proud to have this Qu'ran in my possession. And I'm not looking to become a Muslim. I'm a Christian through and through. But this man thought enough of me to offer me this because of my tolerant attitude. I'm grateful to him. But people going around saying I should burn this, you're a disgrace. You're a disgrace to whatever religious denomination you belong to. All holy texts should be treated with respect. And if someone thinks enough of you to offer you a gift, you should at least be polite enough to take it. You might not use it, but at least be polite enough to take it. Christianity, Islam. And yes, I did hold up the two holy books in the wrong order there. Why? Because it doesn't matter. We all have a belief in God, and that is what you need. Just because we might believe things in a slightly different way, as long as you believe, that's all you need. And all holy texts should be treated with respect. If I was to burn this, I am no better than the people that you see on TV burning the Bible. I'm no better. Everyone deserves respect in this world.